Welcome to this week's review of the St. Louis Ray Pacificos regional release for the Asia Pacific 2009, orchestrated by David Tang and Doug Hombo. I've had plenty of these.
There's a lot there to be had.
Yeah, no, I've actually enjoyed these today. And this is a different box that we're trying today. It's MOS, July 09. I should check that. Yeah. MOS, July 09. Aroma of coal for me has been predominantly on the wrapper, green, a little bit green on the wrapper, on the nose I should say. Construction of this has been good. The wrapper's been fairly uniform across it.
Yeah, not a spectacular
wrappers,
wrapper.
But I mean, I've checked maybe 200 boxes and they've all been much the same. So they're very consistent, the wrapper. What's your draw like?
Draw and construction on these have been superb.
I just noted just before that there's a dried apricot note to this at the foot of the cigar.
Yeah, noted that before. It's
got
quite
a sweetness to it.
Rather open foot, but the draw's been quite good. And
you've cut yours flat.
I've cut mine square, and
I've cut mine on the angle. I still prefer angles on bellies and pyramids.
So anyway,
let's go. You fire yours up and have a swig of wine.
I tell you, this cigar gets straight into. It's just straight into stride.
Yeah.
You know, it wastes no time in. You know, it's right into medium. You know, on the fuller side of medium. It's a great smoke that fills your mouth. They're tremendous cigars, I reckon.
It's just great, isn't it? Just from the kick. Just the kick up, you know. It just it hits
straight away. It's there.
It's just there.
Yeah.
How can it just say hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no wasting time on this.
Oh, just through the nose. It's sweet. A little bit of spice, but sweet. The draw's exquisite on this one here. Just lovely. Just a lovely opening. Let's come back to you in about, I'd say, give us 4 or 5 minutes to let it find its stride. Smitty, let's go with the first third of the St. Louis Ray Pacifico. Are you enjoying it?
Look, like I said before, it got straight into stride, a bit above medium full. It's settled.
Absolutely.
It's settled a lot better than the previous cigars I've had of this. So it's just a bit under medium and quite enjoyable. A terrible burn on it, but that's what you expect from such a young cigar. It's a heavy cigar in smoke, but with a sweet edge to it. Toasty tobacco aspects. Also, I felt that green burnt cane characteristic too.
Sugar cane? Just burnt cane, yeah.
Just burnt sugar cane characteristic. You know, that sweet edge to it.
Yeah. Got a touch of ginger at different parts of mine. I don't disagree with Smitty. I think it's got some lovely cake aspects, some lovely sponge cake aspects. It's a very much a look. They've nailed St. Louis Ray.
Yeah.
It's so much of the St. Louis Ray. It's still, to me, there's so much potential in these. They're still very, very close. You're not going to see the best out of them for another 12 months. But there's flavours. There's flavours aplenty. It is, you know, they just drift in, they drift out. A core of cake, a core of toasted tobacco, elements of sweetness, sugar cane. They just come in and they go out. They come in and they go out.
It's exciting, those flavours.
Touch of ginger, touch of apricot, in and out. They've got a gut feel that they'll be in. They'll form a core part of that cigar. Towards this time next year, which would be just dead set beautiful. We might as well discuss this. The whole regional release aspect is becoming quite controversial around the world, in that there are now so many regional releases. Some of the ones that are coming out are, well, let's say they're just probably not up to the same standard as what they need to be.
Just talking about the Asia Pacific region, they weren't. I didn't feel they were up to the greatness that they should have been.
The Bolivar, short Bolivar.
Yeah. Well, this year.
I hate that cigar. Actually, no, I don't hate it. I hate the size of the Bolivar.
The size is a killer.
Yeah. Going back before that, they've had some absolute winners. I love the Portlandino Robusto. I mean, I think the Portlandino Robusto is just sweet and gorgeous and just sexy, superb.
And the Estupendo from a couple of years ago is
Estupendo, but the Punch Super Robusto could be the star of the show, but it was made to lay down for a long period of time. Very similar to the Ramon Ayona Celestiales Finos. You'll not see the best of that cigar for 4 or 5 years.
Along with the Celestiales Finos, 2 great examples of a great cigar for the, you know, that's specifically made for that region. And
well, I'm not going to contradict you. Yes, I will. I know this is going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the Ramon Ione Celestialis Fino is going to be great.
Yep.
Because it has the hallmarks to be great.
Yep.
But it's still got me thinking. Now I've got, I put 5 boxes aside.
Yep.
But I've got a gut feeling it's going to be a great.
Yep.
Because it shows all the fundamentals of both I love the tobacco, I love its quality, I love the size and the shape. However, it hasn't shown a great deal of flavour complexity at this time. This shows flavour complexity.
Flavour complexity
so
here.
I have no problem saying, hey, go out, bang, pick them up.
Exactly. The intensity and all that from the Celestialis Finos gives you that potential that it will turn into something great. But you are correct on that the flavour is ill-defined with the Celestialis Finos, where there are flavours aplenty coming out.
I mean, if I was to put money down, if they were 2 racehorses on the St. Louis Ray, if I had $200, I'd put 145, 150 bucks on this to come home brilliantly. I mean, I had no problems with that. On the Celestialis Finos, I'd put a sneaky, just a
20 on the nose
50,
or whatever.
50 on the nose. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. But this is a lay down is there. We'll come back to you at the end of the second third. But you need one.
Sorry, I need it.
Second third. Smitty.
Oh, mine's exploding, and I blame that on Ayala, who was overly aggressive towards my cigar.
I did actually, when I was squeezing his cigar, I may have split a certain section to it.
Flavours, it's maintained that that beautiful toasted tobacco with those hints of sweetness to it. Like I said, mine's exploded a bit, and it's become a little bit difficult on the draw. But it hasn't evolved greatly into a different cigar or flavour.
Cake, toasted tobacco, touch of apricot, touch of ginger in and out, touch of sugarcane in and out, but it hasn't evolved. Medium, medium, slow medium. Touch there. We have one more third to go.
That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. So.
Well, it's doing exactly what I expected to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly what I expected to do. I'm loving it. I think it's a beautiful little cigar. It's so different to a Monty 2, it's so different to a P2, to a Vega Urbana Unico, to a Upman 2, Dip 2. And I love difference. I just enjoy it. We'll be back to the last third. Okay, finalising the St. Louis Ray Pacificos. Started off well in the last third, but as they all have done that I've tried to date, they've lost that lovely smoothness to them. They get a bit rough towards that back end.
I wouldn't say rough.
Yeah, no.
I'll say messy. I don't want to say rough because it does. I don't think it has rough edges on it. I'll say it's got a bit misguided and messy, and the flavours have just lost. But still, a lot of intensity there. Still right on medium.
No, mine's medium full.
Yeah,
I'm not a bit further advanced than you are.
And mate, it's been a great conversation cigar. I've enjoyed it all the way along.
I've enjoyed it very, very much. I'd put it at 88, 89 at this point in time.
Yeah, it's an 89.
88, 89 at this point in time. Future potential 93, 94. Next year 91. So Louis Ray needs a line extension, and I think they've pretty much got it with that. They've got it with this blend, and they've got it with the profile. This one here, we'll give you a tick for it. Actually, this year's releases, Ramon Ione Celestialis Finos, we'll give you a tick for these.
2 ticks.
Very different cigars. Very, very good. Also, both true to their mark.
Yep.
You can't ask too much more than that. It's a bit like Ken, just goes, hello, sailor. Just straight up. Bit of furor on the forum this week. Furor.
It's a good word.
Furor.
I like it.
Controversy.
Back to this cigar, mate.
I haven't finished what I was saying.
Oh, sorry.
You haven't earned the right yet to interrupt.
Don't hurt me.
You twat. What are you doing? It's the great ideas that I have is built on this moment.
I know. Shooting this from the hip and spraying. And one of those.
One's going to hit eventually.
I have to determine whether this fits into the 10 minutes, this rambling about next week's review.
Jesus, where'd you come up with that?
What?
John, you're going to say, get what? Get what?
Yeah, I was just going to say, get fucked.